Since the last video you guys watched, I've spent the entire day sorting cards, and I decided it'd be a smart idea to just take everything I had and dump it onto my computer. It's been like 8 hours. It took me 8 hours to clean everything. I should not have done that. It was a terrible decision. But anyway, the point of today's video is we're going to be looking at the new Hisuan cards in our next expansion for the Pokemon TCG. I just wanted to lead in with an interesting intro, because now you guys have a story, and I have a story that I wanted to tell. But we're going to look at the new Hisuan cards. We got some leaks. We have our entire battle region, I guess is the set called, expansion, and we got a bunch of new cards. I was gone for this, obviously, so if you've already seen some takes or whatever, like, please go ahead. You've had some time to think about it. I have not had a chance to look at them. I saw a couple on Twitter as soon as I landed, but I was gone for a week and didn't have internet, so it was a little bit weirder for me to come back and just kind of get smashed with all this information. So we're going to kind of go through the cards together and get a little bit of a read for what's going on here. Off the bat, already beautiful, beautiful, beautiful artwork. Like, I cannot explain to you guys how, like, in love with the artwork I am. So I'm just going to strip. Oh my god. I swear to god I'll keep my clothes on. Please, everyone, keep watching. I'm going to skip straight to the actual cards, and we're going to go through them together. So Audition Gloom. Usually the Vileplume has something fun. So let's see what Vileplume has. No ability, which is interesting. Usually Vileplumes have some sort of an ability that make them semi-playable or even like considerable. Mega Drain 50 damage, heal 50 damage from this Pokemon. Allergy Storm 90, flip a coin if heads your opponent can't play. No, this is like very gimmicky. If tails, they can't play items. It's not reliable. You can't play that, I don't think, as a stage 2 especially. Scyther Heracross. That's it. Okay, cool. Roselia Roserade. Nope, also bad, not great. Combi, Vespiquen, Honey Rush. You may reveal a number of honey cards from your honey item cards from your hand. This attack does 60 more for each damage card that way. So there's probably going to be one card of honey in here, and I did play all of Arceus. So there's like dazzling honey and like extravagant honey and those kinds of things. So those might make their appearance in future sets as we proceed through the Arceus metagame, because I believe some of the noble Pokemon will probably be V's or V stars coming up next. Like, I could see Cleavor being one. I could easily see the Electrode, Arcanine, all those guys. Sorry if I just spoiled some Arceus for you, but it's been like almost a month, so I feel like the statute of limitations on spoilers has probably been lifted. Virizion. Oh, whoa. Where did I go, my guy? Okay, Virizion. Your Pokemon with grass energy can't be attached by some special conditions. Hey, that's familiar. It was also on a really good Virizion card. Unfortunately, Emerald Blade for 200 doesn't seem great. This kind of, I mean, it could be played in a grass style deck. If you go first, you get an attachment, you Leafeon V. All of a sudden, you've got this threat swinging for 200. But also, like, only having 200 HP is not great, and special conditions aren't a big thing right now. Back then, Hypnotoxic Laser was really big. So, oh, hey, new Sparkling Pokemon. Raging Bomber. Well, that's two things I can't say at an airport. Fire Colorless Colors. Attack does 70 times the number of damage cards on this Pokemon. I guess you can accelerate 2 on with the Magma Basin immediately, but if you only do 2 to that one Pokemon, then you're at 140. So I guess you need 2 Excels at the very least to kind of one-shot a V-Star, and then the third Excel really gets you there. So this could be teched into like any Fire style deck, because then you can create 2 threats simultaneously, and if they don't deal with the Heatran, you have your main threat of like Entei or whatever you want going for you, and if they bring up the Heatran and take it out, then you still, like I said, if they don't take out the Heatran, then you have 280 damage, swinging on a 1-price Pokemon, which seems really strong, actually. So I like the Heatran. There may be ways to get more damage counters onto the board, which would make it just even better. So a very strong Sparkling Pokemon, especially for the Fire archetype. Maybe not for anything else, not a splashable, something like the Hawlucha we saw earlier. Yeah. We've got the Chandeleur here, Mountain Burner, with a beautiful, beautiful character art. Once during your turn, you may play this card from your hand, discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Cool for a mill deck. Stage 2, though, not great, I don't think. Some sort of a strategy can evolve from that, though. This Pyro is just 4 for burn instead of 2. No, just nothing to write home about. I think we've already seen this Starmie V before. Swift, 50 times all of their energy attached to the Pokemon in play. But for 2 water, that doesn't seem great. You can just put better cards with Melody, I guguess. It could be a tech card, but it would have to be the perfect meta, and someone has to play very poorly into this Starmie, I guess. Swinub, Mamoswine, and Piloswine and Mamoswine. Watercolors calls Blizzard. And then Iceberg Press. Nothing to write home about. Feels like a pre-release card, if anything. But we got a Mamoswine, so Yeah. I know what kind of cards I'll probably end up seeing in the set just because I've already played through Arceus, but if you haven't played through Arceus, it's a good representation of what's going to be actually in the game. If you're like a little bit hesitant, what's going on with my mic here? Sorry about that. It just looked funny. It looked at me funny. Barboach, Whiscash. Wow, this is a terrible, terrible card. This is terrible. This is just bad. Okay, all right. Hisuan Basculin. So it looks like Basculegion. You can only evolve via Hisuan Basculin as opposed to regular Basculin. Schooling, 2 basic, put them on your bench, shuffle your deck. A really good call for family attack. Into Hisuan Basculegion. Grudging Dive, 30 plus if any of your Pokemon are knocked out. 90 more damage. Your opponent is now confused. Also, yeah, if this is one of the mounts, we could still see a V and V-Star on Hisuan Basculegion. And same with the other mounts like Breviary. That's the only one I think I spoiled so far. Weirdier. Not good on stage 1 anyway. Sorry. Keldeo is not in the game. Don't be baited. What? This is just not in the game. Okay, don't get baited. Not good either. Not even as a cleanup or whatever. We've already seen Sparkling Greninja, so I'm going to skip this one. Jinx, Summoning Dance, choose one of your opponent's Pokemon, switch with the active. It's not confused. Good install for sure, because now we have double turbo. Very cool. Here is the meat and the bulk of the set. Oh, look at that art. Look at that beautiful, beautiful art. Okay, I like it. I dig it. I love it. Singe, your opponent's active is now burned. It's Psychic because, by the way, in the game, Typhlosion is Ghost Fire now. Continuing. Just burn. Nothing crazy. Shivering Flames, 120. Choose a card from your opponent's hand. Reveal it, then shuffle it into the deck. Pretty interesting attack. But I don't know if 120 is enough to actually get you over the distance. And Dark-type weakness does not seem great. But let's look at the V-Star. Maybe it's better. Beautiful, beautiful card. I'm absolutely in love with this. It's going to look incredibly gorgeous. I'm going to try to get like all the Vs and V-Stars. All the V-Stars, I think, at the very least, is like what I'm going to try to collect, at least one of. Hollow Flame, 183 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon whenever you like. Okay, that's fine. Shadow Roaster, if your opponent has 4 damage counters on it, knocked out. So, okay, we have Evital GX. A really, really cool attack here, actually. Unfortunate Dark-type weakness as well, meaning that it's going to get smacked by Darkrai next set. So it's a little bit disappointing. Pretty decent card, though. We've got the Mistrevis. It looks like a control card. Chooses 4 or more cards. Choose 3 left. Do you choose or do they choose? You choose, I think. So you can leave them with 3 dead cards and then play the game off the back of that. So kind of interesting. Very control-oriented archetype card. Could be... It's like Persian, basically. So now we've got the Gallade. Oh, where's the Gardevoir? Buddy Catch. Search deck for a supporter card. Reveal it, put it in your hand. Okay, that's a really cool ability. That's a really, really cool ability. But... Oh, what the hell? But... I think that, like, you can't warrant that on a stage 2. It seems, like, really bad to put it on a stage 2 because there's also not that many supporters that are worth grabbing with just a stage 2 that doesn't have a decent attack. Like, this is fine, I guess, but, like, I don't know, 160 is not enough. Princess Curtain. As long as this Pokemon is your active, when your opponent plays a supporter card from the hand, prevent all effects to the bench. Okay, so it's cool, but it's only active, which makes it, like, significantly worse than what I thought. But it's like a cool, like, sack it early game, draw 2, take some time to set up. But that's it. Wordier evolves from Stantler. Fast pace, just draws a card, nothing crazy. 40, and if you have the same number of cards, 120 for double colorless. So double turbo, you got 100, 130 with the band. Too little damage, I think, but it is a cool concept. Also, look at that character art, beautiful. You have the Warden, or the Homie of the Plains. I forget what she actually does. Rhyhorn, Rhydon, Rhyperior. Earth Wrecker, discard a card. Nope, nothing crazy, actually. Deep Dive. Put him into your hand. Okay. Hippopotas, Hippopotown. And we've already seen the Hawlucha. Okay, cool. There's the Decidueye. Mountain Hunt. Search your deck for 2 cards and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Point blank shot. It's not affected by it. So it's just Shred, 100 Shred. Okay, cool. Psychic Weakness. An interesting triangle is born once again. Which means I presume the last one is a Dark type weak to fighting. Which is our starter triangle, basically. Somersault Feather. 160 up to 3 energy cards. 30 more for each energy card. 160, 270 per turn. Energy retrievals. You can play a deck like that. Fighting double colorless means no acceleration besides Rhyhorn, which is fine because you're already putting energy into the discard. And then the V-Star ability is draw cards until you have 8 in your hand, which is a really cool ability as well for either early game or late game. Both are really good. Probably a winner here. This is going to be a good card. This is going to two retreat kind of sucks, but it's still a good card. You can accomplish a lot with this. You can accomplish a lot with this package. Big fan. Oh, there's already Cleavor. Never mind. Maybe I'm wrong on the Wardens or noble Pokemon being V Maxes or V Stars. 2 coins. If both their heads, they're knocked out. Frenzied 120 does 30. Bad. Hisuan Overquill. Poison for 5. Look at this guy, dude. He's massive. He's massive. What a tank. Puchiana, Mightyena. Mightyena's not in the set either, or the game either. If your opponent has a Pokemon VMAX in play, colorless less. So you're just attacking for free and do 50 yourself. Hustlebork. One-shots Mew. Goes into any Zoroark deck, realistically. Just a free slot into any Zoroark deck. Yeah, that's what it is. Absol, just 10 across the board. Not crazy. Oh, we went too far. Samurott, looking cool. Zigzag drop, 2 tools. Tools don't seem relevant right now. Shadow Slash, 180, discard an energy. With Dark Patch gets better, but also 180 for 3 doesn't seem significantly strong. Merciless Blade, DD 110. If they have any damage counters, 110 more. So you can lead with the Absol, obviously, or Zigzagoon as well. That's in our format. And just get the ball rolling. So 220 for 2 darks is pretty strong. Once you're your turn, put 4 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. That sucks. That's like absolutely terrible. That's legitimately terrible. Okay, that sucks. Okay, that's a terrible. So far Decidueye is my favorite by far. Cynthia's, oh my god. I need this card so badly for reasons. Water Fighting Colors, 120. Sonic Strike, we've already seen discard on V before. Nothing crazy. Hoot Hoot. As long as this Pokemon's in play, basically the energy attached to your bench Pokemon can't be discarded by items and supporters. If you really, really care about Crushing Hammer, this card is good. If you don't, then it's fine. You don't need to care. Noctowl. Sailor. Miraculous Body. Opponent's Pokemon V, which probably includes VMAX and V Star. So it's kind of funny. Kickabout. It's kind of a cute, like, control style deck, but so it might make decks play a little bit differently around it if it becomes good. Fake Out, Body Slam, nothing cool here. Okay, we're at the items already. That's fast. Turbo Stall. Search deck for basic energy. You can only use this card if you go second and only on your first turn. Very, very niche scenario here. Sure, okay. Search deck for basic energy. Attach one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Your turn ends. Your turn ends. That's not good. That's bad. Okay, there's a Honey card. Heal 40 for each heads. And then if you get a Tails, you're done. That's 1 Honey card for Vespiquen. Canceling Cologne. Your opponent's active Pokemon has no abilities until the end of this turn. So your turn specifically, not their turn. Including Pokemon that move into the active spot. You can move any items during your turn. So Mew can go through Duraludon. It's like a mini path. You can stop wheezing, which is really cool as well. Urshi can bring up... It's only active. So you'd have to go Boss, Manaphy, and then Flow, which just seems fine for Urshi deck. So it could be okay. Silene, for each card, choose a card from a discard pile, put on top of your deck in any order. Good control supporter, bad everywhere else. Roxanne, why you gonna party all night? 3 prize cards or less. Both play shuffle and you draw 6, your opponent draws 2. Okay, better Ace Trainer. And is more live because... No, less live because it's 3 prizes or less. But it doesn't require you to be losing the entire game just at one specific point. Very interesting. It's probably not more than like a 2 of in any deck, potentially. Maybe even... It's probably like a 0 to 1, to be honest. It doesn't seem amazing, but it's pretty cool. Kamado, discard all cards except for 1, then draw 4. Okay. Cool. Nothing crazy. Jubilife Village, shuffle their hand in, and if they do, draw 5, turn ends, Budget Beach. This is a Lucario deck. We've already seen these cards, I think. I don't think these are new at all for us, but that will do it. Summary is, I think clearly Heatran is probably one of the best cards revealed today. I think Heatran's absolutely bonkers. This card feels really, really strong. And then besides that, I think the Decidueye feels very strong. And Roxanne will definitely make waves. I want this card to be good. Wait, where'd I go? I want this guy to be good. I feel like he can be good. It's just going to be really rough to making it work. I don't know how I'd make it work, but I want it to be good. And then this card's definitely going to be good. This is definitely the clear winner. And so is Heatran. Heatran's absolutely bonkers. Canceling Cologne is a very cool card. And Roxanne's a very cool card. If you guys enjoyed the content, obviously like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what card you think is going to be awesome and what card potentially could be introduced in our next set. We're going to do a buy list for Brilliant Stars sometime this week. And I have my team challenge by the time you're watching this video. So if I do well, you guys look at a tournament report as one of the last Fusion Strike set tournament report style videos and give you a little idea of how I'm going to do tournament report style videos for the future, especially because travel is going to begin once again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and I will see you guys tomorrow, Wednesday.